Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Oluchinwobi and today I'll be showing you guys how I slayed this glittery bridal eye makeup look. So guys, if you want to know how I achieve this look, please keep watching, and if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, like, comment and share to your friends. Thank you. Okay, so I have my model here, Oma. This is the third time I'm doing Oma's makeup. Oma says hi. Okay, so getting into this look, first of all, I use the Msmetics Moisture Potion Moisturizer. I know you guys are used to seeing me use the Nubanbeauty Hydrating Serum and also the Cosmetics Hydrating Serum as well. But this time around I decided to use the Msmetics, which is very hydrating. I really love Nigerian brands. They are doing so well. You don't have to break your bank to buy their products. So I'm using this because it's suiting on Oma's skin, and Oma has a very dry skin. I mean, it's so dry that I didn't bother using a primer on her face. And also because I'll be going in with mattifying foundations, that's why I'm not using a primer, because I really don't want her face to appear too dry. So afterwards, I'm going in with 3 foundations. I know you guys are used to seeing me mix foundations. I really don't like using one shade. So these 3 foundations are from Nars Cosmetics in Tahoe, Nubanbeauty W5.5 and Hudabeauty in Chocolate Mousse. So I'm mixing the 3 of them to get her actual shade. Oma's body is slightly lighter than her face, so I really needed to match it in a way that her face matches with her body. So going in with this foundation, I used my Dabel brush to apply the foundation. I even forgot to mention that I still use the Dabel brush to apply the moisturizer earlier. So for foundation, I love to use a brush first before I go in with my beauty blender. The reason is because it distributes the product faster, and I'm not one person that sleeps on the face when doing makeup. I can do so many people's makeup in a day because I like to be very fast. So using the Yglambeautycosmetics beauty sponge to blend in the foundation into her skin after using the brush. Now, as you can see, the foundation is sitting properly. So the next thing is I'm going to highlight under her eyes. I'm going to be using the Nars Cosmetics Concealer in Caramel, and afterwards I'm going to use the Nubanbeauty Concealer in 042.5. This is slightly lighter than the Caramel from the Nars Cosmetics. So the reason is just to brighten up under her eyes. If you notice, her concealer, the concealer I used is not so bright, like it's not brighter than the foundation. I really don't like it to be too bright. It's either it's just a shade or 2 lighter than the foundation. This will keep the skin cool and not looking too cakey or whitish. So now I'm going in to brighten the skin a little bit more with the Nars concealer in Custard. If you notice, I just put a little bit. I really don't like too much of concealer on the face because it can appear cakey. Forget that, it might look nice in pictures, but you really want someone to see your work on ground and it looks flawless and lightweight. So after this, I'm going to go in with my contour sticks from the blackopal beauty. So I'm going to use the stick foundation from Blackopal Beauty to contour her face. So now I'm using two shades. The first one is in Hazelnut and the second one is in Carob. So for her forehead area, I'm using the Hazelnut to bronze her face. I love that bronzy feel. If you notice, it's not so dark. It's just adding tanning her skin a little bit. So for the hollows of her cheeks, I'm going in with a Carob. Carob is slightly darker than Hazelnut, but for her nose, I'm still using the same Hazelnut because I don't want her nose to appear too dark. And we're trying to maintain the skin tone. And if you notice that when you see people, the best way to actually choose the right shade is, first of all, from the foundation, you should match rightly. Secondly, you have to choose the darkest part of their face or their skin. Also the lightest part. That is the best way to choose on how to highlight and contour. Sorry guys, I'm shaking. Okay, so afterwards I'm going to blend with the beauty blender and also blend under the eyes before I set. I always like to tell my model to keep looking up till I ask them to look down. So as her eyes are up, I'll try and set under her eyes using the Dabel Cosmetics powder and using the Zulu Cosmetics multipurpose brush. I know I call it multipurpose brush, not like that's the name, but it does a lot for me, so I had to name it a multipurpose brush. So this liquid blushing is what I would have done before setting, but I totally forgot. But it's not too late. Once you can blend lightly without adding pressure, trust me, you're not going to have harsh lines. So I'll keep tapping it. It takes a lot of patience to achieve a very clean look, and trust me, if you really want it, then you have to be very, very intentional about it. As you can see, I've blended the blush, and you can see what the blush does. It gives this freshness, this glow. It takes out all the paleness from the skin. So afterwards, I'm going to set the entire face with the same Dabel Cosmetics powder. This is my go-to powder. I use it on brides and everybody. In fact, I try as much as possible to buy more than one, because before you know it, it's finished, because we always have clients from time to time. So you see how this powder sits on the skin. It's not cakey, it's so lightweight, and the way it's setting that foundation, oh my god, I really love it. You guys really need to cop one for yourselves. So after setting everywhere, making sure that that foundation is sealed. Okay, this is how I do my setting, because Nigerian sun is not friendly at all, so you really have to seal up that foundation. And I love this brush from Nubanbeauty. It's really, really giving me what I want. It's so fluffy and soft, and it blends everything in so perfectly. Okay, so after setting her face, I'm going to go in to redefine the nose contour, more like setting the foundation I used there. You're not going to leave it that way, so I'm just going to set it using a matching color from the powder palette as I use for the foundation. So using a matching color, I'm going to blend that nose to perfection. So I don't know if I can say that I snatched the nose or not, but then I just had to do it. I'm not so perfect when it comes to following details, because I really don't want harsh lines. So going in with this, my sweet setting powder from Nubanbeauty Alabaster, I really love it. Guys, if you can't afford Laura Mercier, trust me, this is perfect. In fact, I can't even say that there's a difference between Laura Mercier and Nubanbeauty. It's so lightweight. You can even blow it with your mouth and it disappears. you know, so most times I'm not even scared of the amount I put. But for baking, I really love to go soft. I don't add pressure on the face while baking because I really want to swipe with my brush and the powder will disappear. So I'm doing a reverse contour using the same setting powder under her cheekbones just to accentuate the contour I did earlier. Okay guys, after that, the next thing I'm going to be doing is to add this blush on her cheeks just to intensify the liquid blush, or more like set the liquid blush I did earlier using the Imagic palette. So but this time I'm setting the blush using the V Beauty palette. I really love their blush. I love that it comes in so many colors that you can decide to mix up, you can decide to use one color. So going into her brows, I'm using the TM Essential Brow Tamer. I love this brow tamer. And trust me, if you can't afford one, it's not so expensive. It's around $3.5. If you can't afford one, you can also use an edge control or hair wax. It will give you the same result. So I'm going to be drawing her brows using the Beautylinebydidi Browgasm pencil. I really love this pencil. I love the fact that one swipe you get to see the lines. So I did the other brow off camera and decided to show you guys how I achieved this one. I like it to be natural, just add few strokes here and there, and then you define with concealer. Okay, so for definition, I love to use my concealer, the same concealer I used in highlighting, which is the Nubanbeauty and the Nars Cosmetics Nars concealer, creamy concealer. So I still added the lighter color of Nars because I really wanted to brighten up her brow bone, but not too bright, so I had to mix it with the Nars concealer in caramel. Then I used the Nubanbeauty 046 to define the inner corner of the brow, because you know you can see that that place is already contoured, so I wouldn't want to use a bright concealer to do that. So I really need to blend it in and make sure it's sitting well. So for blending, I have this special blending brush from the Beautylinebydidi. They sent it to me with other stuff, and I really love how it blends the concealer. So I'm blending the darker one into the lighter one so that I don't have harsh lines. Then afterwards, I go in with my beauty blender to blend. And the reason why I blend with beauty blender, I really love that my crease, I really love when my crease is smooth and clean. It helps my eyeshadow blending. So afterwards, I go in to brush up her brows, brush up the hairs, making sure it's looking natural and there are no clustered pencils. And afterwards, I'm going in with the Yangabeauty brow tint. This brow tint, I noticed that they have other shades, which I'm going to copy the other two for myself, but this one, it's really nice. So I used it on Oma's brows to make it appear more natural. I don't use too much. To avoid that, you just need to bring out a little bit at the back of your hand and then use the brush. So off camera, or rather because I wasn't able to film the first eyeshadow I used, I didn't know, I lost the video. I thought I was filming, I guess, and I didn't get it, so I had to continue from where I used the Blossom palette. So the first eyeshadow I used was from Juvias, the Zulu palette from Juvia's place was the first. I used the light brown first before going in with this soft purple eyeshadow from Luscious by Z eyeshadow palette. So after the Luscious by Z, If you notice, I'm blending out with a lighter brown color from the Blossom eyeshadow palette. So from the same Luscious by Z palette, I took the peach color because of the eyeshadow I'm trying to create here. I used purple, slight peach purple glitters on her eyes, so that's why I'm using a peach eyeshadow as my base for the glitters. So I'm going to be placing that with a flat brush. Then going back with that purple, I'm going to blend down the peach eyeshadow because I really don't want it to be all over her lid space. So I still blend out with the natural brown color. Make sure you blend every hash line. So the next thing I'll be placing is the e.l.f. glitter primer. This will help hold any glitter or pigment in case you're wondering what is used to place them. You use the e.l.f. Sometimes I use the NYX too. I actually prefer the NYX, but mine has finished, so I decided to use e.l.f. So these beautiful lilac glitters from Classic. I'm sure you guys feel Classic. Classic is so good, especially their glitters. I really love their glitters. So their glitters I've had like so many years ago. I bought it from the market, so I decided to use it today. It's Classic glitters in lilac. Then afterwards, on the inner corner of her eyes, I used the Yglambeautycosmetics pigment in Drip. I really love that peach color, so I'm using it. I used it to open up her eyes on her tear duct to the inner corner of her eyelid. So after that, I still use the purple color from the Luscious by Z to smoke under her eyes. I told you guys that this look can be a white wedding look and also a trad look as well. So that's why I'm not going so soft. So afterwards, I'm going to make sure her eyes are properly blended. As you can see, I've already used my favorite multi-purpose brush to blend out the setting powder under her eyes. You saw how that Nubanbeauty just disappeared. I mean, it's not cakey, it's not giving harsh lines, you know. You see, so clean. So you guys should buy yours today, you know, don't miss it. Trust me, you'll love it. You don't need to spend a whole lot of money on Laura Mercier. So going in with my favorite gel liner, Inglot 77 gel liner, I'm going to be lining her eyelid. Trust me guys, when it comes to liners, brows, my hands are always shaky. So after lining her eyes, I went in with the 4-in-1 Zaron mascara to brush up her lashes. You see how I raised her eyelid? I did that because I really don't want any eyeshadow or powder effect on her lashes. So afterwards, I sprayed her face using the Kiss Beauty. You guys, I've been using expensive sprays, so till I found out about this Kiss Beauty. I love the fact that it's so hydrating. It takes out every powdery effect on the face. I used it and I'm loving it. I bought like 9 of them because I don't even want to like start buying it because I had to buy it from Lagos. I don't want to start paying extra money for delivery. So for her lashes, I used the Yangabeauty. Yeah, this is Yangabeauty. I can't remember what the name is again. But this one is in Ayo. It's a Yangabeauty product, but the lash actually has a name on its own. So after placing her lashes with that my favorite glue, I'll list everything down below the description box. And I used this beautiful body glow, is it body glow? Yeah, liquid highlighter, I guess. Liquid highlighter from Nubanbeauty in Aurora. I used it to highlight the highest point of her face, the forehead, the bridge of the nose, the cheekbones, the cupid bow, and the chin. Okay, my reason for this is I really don't want to use my powder highlighters and it's looking I don't know how to like I put cornflakes on the cheeks. I don't know how to put it. You see how that powder highlighter is gliding into the liquid highlighter. You know, even without the liquid powder highlighter, the face is glowing, but I really don't want to leave any liquid open, so that's why I'm dusting the powder highlighter on the liquid highlighter. So for the powder highlighter, I use Yangabeauty Kporkish. You guys know that this is my favorite on caramel skin. I use it all the time if I don't use any other thing on caramel skin. So going in to accentuate the bronzing on her forehead area, I'm using the Queen Latifah CoverGirl in ebony brown. Just a little bit, swipe in a circular motion so that you don't put too much of it. So you can see that mine has hit bottom pan. How do they say it? I need to order another one. So I'm just going to use it on her cheekbones to bronze her face, and then the next thing I'm going to be doing is her lips. So we're already coming to the end of this look. I hope you guys really enjoyed watching the process. Okay, so I used the lip balm on Omar's lips and I went in with the brown color, the chocolate brown from the Imagic palette. I really love this palette. Guys, trust me, lots of fake are sold in Nigeria. I bought this one direct from Imagic and I could tell the difference because the ones my students bring to class is way different and the brown is not so pigmented like this one. So this is my go-to lippy. So I use both the peach from the palette and the brown to define her lips and then to highlight the inner part of her lips. I really love this lippy because it's so natural. So you guys know that I always go in with the cheek glaze from TM Essentials. I can't even remember the name. Is it Bomb? I don't know, but I'll leave it down below, guys. Trust me, I will. So going in with this classic gloss because I've run out of gloss, and classic has been my go-to for a while now till I get my fancy back. Well, classic is good, trust me. I mean, there are some things I like in their products. There's some stuff I don't like as well. So, but their gloss, their glitters is so perfect. So you can see how yummy Oma's lips are. So yummy. And I hope you guys can see all the glow too. Not too much, but it's glowing well. So Lee's signature had to finish up with Oma's hair. You know, while I do other things like glowing her skin. Oh, I used the arami oil. I actually mixed it with the Nubanbeauty liquid glow in Aurora, the same one I used on her cheekbones. So after that, we're trying to check which earring matches Oma. So Tofa Tony on the jewelries. He's so talented. Wow, can't you see the look? I hope you guys enjoy this look. Thank you so much for watching and thank you for listening to my blabs. Alright, see you guys in my next video. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment, turn on the notification bell so that whenever I drop the video you get a notification. Thank you guys for watching. We are heading to the photo studio and this is Oma taking her pictures. I'm sure you guys can't wait to see what she looked like in the professional pictures. I'm so grateful, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.